Hi, parents. I wanted to talk to you about how to make smoother transitions for your child. This can be whether starting a new daycare, a new school, or transitioning into a sporting class like gymnastics or baseball, something along those lines. And so, first, I'd like to talk about how to set them up for success before it even happens. So, some of the things would be to have an open conversation with them, bring dialogue in about your feelings, their feelings, not in a way that over excites them or to bring extra worry, but just in a way to add curiosity and wonderment to the conversation. So, some of the things to highlight would be I wonder what your classroom's going to look like this year. I wonder what friends you're going to meet. I wonder what activities you're going to get to see and learn and play. And so ones that might spark curiosity, but not add that extra excitement, as extra excitement can also lead to more anxious feelings as well. And so it is our jobs as parents, as caregivers, to provide the schedule for them about what's going to happen, but we also want to give them choice within that schedule. So when we say question or statements like we're going to be going to school on this day, what outfit would you like to wear, or would you like to wear this outfit or this outfit, and to give them the choice within that schedule. And that allows them to feel included, to feel a part of what's going to happen. Um, some other helpful tools to help paint the picture about what's going to happen, to set their what expectations for them to have, would be maybe drawing a picture. Maybe you could start drawing the picture and they could finish, or maybe they could just draw the picture depending on what level they're at. You can also get them you can draw a line and say, this is a line that I would draw if I'm feeling angry and frustrated. This is a line I would draw if I'm nervous. This is a line I would draw if I'm happy. What line do you feel like drawing, and how do what line would you draw about feeling about school, or something like that, just to allow them to express themselves in different ways about their feelings. Um, so those are kind of things to help beforehand. There's also role playing. You can do that with yourself and your child. I'm going to school today. I can't wait to see and hear about your day. What are you reenact a goodbye setting, or depending on your child's age, maybe you can use Polly Pockets or those little people and say, oh, I'm going to school today. I can't wait to hear about your day. Love you. Goodbye. So something like that just will help set them up for success and paint that picture of what their first days are going to look like. So after those, before the events take place, to make sure that they have that what they need to know, to what to expect in their transitional phase. The next thing to talk about is what to do on that actual day. What kinds of things can set them up for success on that actual day? So some things to consider that are very helpful are to allow yourself a lot of time beforehand. So they're not feeling rushed when they're eating. They're not feeling rushed when they're walking up the stairs. Those rushed feelings can add more anxiety to the situation than needed. And so to ask those I wonder questions, to keep those that dialogue open, like I wonder what activity you're going to choose first. I wonder what locker you're going to get. I wonder what toy you're going to play with. And so when we ask those I wonder questions, it's an allowing their curiosity to take place. And I find when we're more curious about the future, it tends to subside and put those anxieties at rest, at bay. And so when walking up to a new daycare, a new child center, a new community event, something like that, you want your child to take the lead in those things. So we're still setting the schedule. This is what's happening. We're going to go to school. We're going to go to daycare, but we allow them the control within there. Do you want to wear your blue sweater today or your red sweater? Do you want to carry your sweater or do you want to wear your sweater? Do you want to put on your left shoe first or your right shoe? Do you want to wear this outfit, this outfit? So just giving them control within time frame. And then if your child can walk, it's important to allow them to walk because it allows them to feel like they are the ones taking us there. It allows them to have even more control over what's happening. So you can hold their hand if they need a hug, certainly bend down and give them a hug, but to allow them ownership of their body, ownership to walk into their facility for the first time on their own, with you there, of course, but just I also like to sometimes let them be just a little bit further ahead so then it feels like they're leading you and they're the ones that are wanting to go. So again, allowing a lot of time for that to take place. Before walking up to the new daycare or the new child center, to bring your senses into place. So I wonder what that bird is that I hear. Oh, look at this rock! Isn't that interesting? Look at that. Oh, don't you smell that? The smell of grass. And so when we allow our senses to especially engage them in curious conversation, that wonderment, that again allows their anxieties to decrease and to that curiosity to overcome them in their new transitional phase. So when going up to their locker, the door, um, I like to include in the before conversation what's going to happen. So to how I'm going to say, I'm going to I'm going to work and you're going to school and have a great day. I'm going to give you one kiss, one hug. And so to have that language beforehand. And then so while you're at saying goodbye to them at the actual door, they know what to expect. So you're saying, okay, I'm going to go to, and if you allow them to say work and you're going to go to school and have a great day, it allows them to be more engaged in that conversation. So an example would be, I'm going to work now, so I'll see you after, and they'll say work and have a great day. Are you ready for your big squishy hug? And then so you give one hug, one kiss, or whatever that a routine is, will help them feel more comfortable, more trusting in what you say, saying what you mean, especially if you say if they do need that one extra kiss, one extra hug, that's fine. But to not continue that, okay, one extra hug, one extra kiss. Otherwise, they'll keep doing that every single time, and they will expect that every single time, and they'll expect that as part of their story, their conversation. So I'll give you one kiss and one hug, and I'll see you after work. Okay. And then you give that kiss and that hug, and make sure that you have a great sense of peace about saying goodbye. Know that you've chosen the right facility. Maybe you needed that extra dialogue with the teacher, with the daycare provider, to make sure that you feel confident and comfortable about leaving them there. Leave all sense of guilt that you're a terrible parent from dropping them off. If this is something that you need to do, I need to go to work, and you need to go here, have that conversation with the children as well. I find sometimes that alleviates some of their anxieties and also makes them understand what has to happen. Like, I need to go to work so I can have money so that we can buy groceries, so we can do these. And then they understand what that story needs to be, and they feel like that this is what the schedule is, and this is my part in the schedule. And so once you leave, make sure that it's a very peaceful, it's a very relaxed, confident, happy goodbye. When I dropped my daughter off at a daycare, so I did run a daycare for a number of years, but I did have my daughter in daycare for a couple of months beforehand, and I can't remember where I read it, but just to have that, leave those negative feelings at the door. When you need to cry, if you need to cry, just know that you're going to have a time for that in your car away from them, so they don't feel those feelings. And sometimes it really helps to think about all the wonderful things that they're going to get to experience that day. So friends they're going to play with, activities they're going to learn and grow and experience, and all the fun materials they'll play with, the relationships they're going to be able to build. It really helps to focus on that, and to even have that conversation with your child as well. Like, I can't wait to hear at the end of the day what you're gonna, all the fun you're going to have. So once that goodbye happens, make sure that it's a positive experience for them. Try not to put that I'm feeling bad, I'm feeling guilty, I'm feeling confused, worried. Just leave all that. And sometimes, like I said, having a conversation with your teacher beforehand, um, having notes, emails, whatever you need to do to make sure that you know what to expect for your child's day really helps. And as a daycare provider, I like to write. I especially with new children, I'd write about 4 pages of notes. Some daycare providers might not be able to do that. Some might be able to get pictures. I really had a great experience in that I was on the side of being a parent, and then I was also a daycare provider, and seeing the other side when your child is so happy in 3 seconds or less with their new friends and playing. And again, allowing them to feel those feelings. Those important feelings to feel, not trying to suppress them, because those are real feelings, and it's important that they feel them, but maybe to know why they feel them. In your conversations beforehand, to ask them how they're feeling, but also to include how you're feeling, without over exaggerating, but just I'm feeling nervous about this, and I'm feeling excited about this, and I'm very curious about this. Um, and again, more so maybe leaning to the curious side of things, but to try not to suppress their feelings, because that's when more anxieties take place as well. So like those feelings are so necessary, and when we're not allowing those feelings to take place, um, like I said, the anxieties can increase because they're not knowing to trust. Why am I feeling this way? Should I be feeling the feelings? They need to feel these feelings to allow them to take place, but to also reassure them in what's going to happen, what the schedule is going to look like, and that plays a huge part in their understanding and their awareness and their trust in what's going to happen. In picking them up, same kinds of things to consider as dropping them off, that you are taking your time. If you've had a stressful day, leave that out, and try to, as much as you can, slow down. Maybe also take a note in what's surrounding the building before walking up. Is there a nice sweet smell? Is there trees? Is there birds? Is there grass? Is there bugs? What kind of rocks are there? Just so that it brings you into that moment and what you need to do to be there for your child, engaging with them in picking them up. So some things to consider are to not feel judgment on yourself about if your child's gonna be upset at the end of the day. It can be a long day for your child, and sometimes big emotions come out at the end. And so just to be there, allowing whatever feelings need to come up, and to just be slow in those feelings. So ask them questions about their day with wonderment. Oh, what did you get to play today? Maybe if they're not ready to share, to talk about a little bit about your day. Kids love to hear about their parents' day as well. So some questions to ask to help engage in conversation about their day. Open-ended questions. A big one for my son is, what did you eat today? He's big about food. So how was your lunch? What did you eat? Who did you eat it with? What did you do at outdoor time? Did you have fun with your friends? Did you have to make any crafts today? Did you learn any new words, new sounds? Things like that. Open-ended questions to engage them in the dialogue about their day. Again, slow down, leaving, just like you did in coming there. What shoe would you like to put on first? What coat, do you want to carry your coat? Or do you want me to carry your coat? Just those questions that gives them control as well. Sometimes, if depending on your child, not to bribe them to go to the car, although sometimes that might be needed. But just maybe, oh, I packed a snack, and this is what I packed, and I hope maybe you'll enjoy it on the way home, and at home this is what we're going to do. So kind of getting them to think about the future after you've talked about their day, and to kind of get them going, what's going to happen next when they're ready. And I bet you can't wait to hear about your mom's day. I'm curious about what happened with your sister, your brother, your dad. I can't wait to hear what's for supper. Maybe we'll go to the park after. I wonder what story we're going to read at bedtime. So again, just to get them to think about the future as well, and with curiosity, a little excitement, but not over excitement. Again, not leading to those anxious feelings. And again, if you have any questions, concerns, it's very important that you build that relationship with your child's caregiver, teacher, just to make sure to alleviate all of your anxieties. And sometimes kids don't want to talk those first few days, even middle year, end of the year. Sometimes they still don't want to talk, but keep asking them, "How was your day?" And talk about your day to model that conversation, and how important it is to have that dialogue about their day's events. So yeah, so just to recap, to have open dialogue, a lot of communication before, during, after, whether it be speaking communication or also expressing themselves, drawing, acting, just any way to keep that dialogue flowing. And some other things, to have that communication with the parents, practicing goodbyes and hellos beforehand, that you're the one giving the schedule, but to give them control within that schedule. Maybe they might need a 2-minute warning. We have 2 minutes before we're leaving. What would you like to do within that 2-minute time frame? Giving the schedule, and they're having the control within that schedule with choices that you're offering. So just some things that I'd like to end with are just some books that I found very helpful for especially younger kids. I'm sure there's many resources out there. These are just the ones that I've used in the past. So Bye-Bye Time by Elizabeth Verdict, a great book for starting a new daycare or a new preschool or even kindergarten. Unstoppable Me by Dr. Wayne Dyer. Goodbye Brings Hello by Diane White. Goodbye Friend, Hello Friend by Corey Dorfeld. Knuffle Bunny by Mo Willems. The Things I Love About School by Tracy Maroney. So all those things will help bring awareness for your child, confidence, keep that dialogue going. And yeah, I hope you can find some helpful resources in there. And I wish you all the best with you and your child's new transition, and may it be as smooth as it can be. Have a great day and enjoy.